So what is a CPN?
Perfect.
A credit profile number, credit privacy number, secondary credit number, whatever you want to call it, is touted as the latest solution for your credit problems. If you have poor credit, bad credit, or no credit, you can use these CPNs to conceal your previous credit history and qualify for things that you normally wouldn't qualify for. They've been used to purchase cars, they've been used to get apartments, they've been used to get credit cards, and it seems like a relatively easy solution to a really bad problem. In a gray area, there is no gray area. The Social Security Administration does not issue CPNs. It doesn't matter who you get them from. It doesn't matter how you got it or why you got it. You cannot use a CPN on any application where credit will be used to determine whether or not you qualify for this. And there are a lot of charges that stem from CPNs, to include identity theft, because these numbers are not randomly generated. These are usually the social security numbers of children, the elderly, or even dead people. If you've been following me for a minute, then you know I've been on a crusade against CPNs for about 2 years now. And you'll know that a lot of times when I'm arguing with people about the legality of CPNs, they'll try to spit the Privacy Act law at me to say that that is what makes it legal for them to use CPNs. But this is what I mean when I say that it's important for you not to just know where to find it, but to actually comprehend what you're reading, and I'll show you why. They love to say that the Privacy Act of 1974 says that you don't have to provide a social security number, and it gives you the right to use a credit profile number or a credit privacy number, just like all the celebrities and government officials. But that's not what it actually says. The actual law says, quote, "It shall be unlawful for any federal, state, or local government agency to deny to any individual any right, benefit, or privilege provided by law because of such individual's refusal to disclose his social security account number," end quote. A lot of you operate under the assumption that the government is giving you these freedoms, they're giving you these rights, but that's not the case. What these laws actually do is that they protect the government from infringing on these freedoms that you already have. So they protect you. And I say this because Congress enacted the Privacy Act to protect you against the government. It protects you from the government abusing the collection of your personal information. And it only applies to the government. It does not apply to businesses. As a matter of fact, James B. Lockhart, the Deputy Commissioner for Social Security, testified in Congress and said, quote, "Currently there are no restrictions in federal law on the use of the Social Security number by the private sector. Businesses may ask for a customer's Social Security number for such thing as renting a video, applying for credit cards, obtaining medical services, and applying for public utilities. Customers may refuse to provide the number. However, the business may in turn decline to furnish the product or service," end quote. What this means is that the Privacy Act only applies when the government is asking for your Social Security number, not when you're applying for a car, applying for a house, applying for an apartment. See, here's the thing. There's no inherent right that you have to a loan or a credit card or a line of credit with a financial institution. Therefore, there's no right to protect. You don't have to give these people your Social Security number, but they also don't have to give you whatever it is you're applying for when you don't give it. And if you use your CPN to conceal your previous credit history in an attempt to gain access to another line of credit or to purchase something, that is considered fraud, as well as in some cases identity theft, because those numbers probably belong to somebody, no matter where you got them from. If you knowingly submit false information on a credit application, that is considered bank fraud. And yeah, there's jail time associated with that too. The crazy thing is, a lot of you don't even need CPNs. You just need to build credit. You think that having no credit is the same thing as having bad credit, and that's not necessarily the case. A lot of situations where you guys are denied, you could get a co-signer. You could just build your credit up a little bit before you apply for these things. Or you could seek out some public assistance programs that could help you get the things that you need so that you can build your credit properly to get the things that you want. CPNs are a cop-out. These are a scam that are heavily perpetuated in the credit repair community, and it is illegal. The reason why these people have been getting away with it for so long is just because they haven't been caught yet. That doesn't make what they're doing legal. It just means that they've been going about it a different way than everybody else. But the reason why they have been so successful in finessing quite a few of you is because you refuse to do the research yourself. A simple Google search on the legality of CPNs will bring up a plethora of information that should have you pausing. There's no reason for you to get a CPN if you just work on your credit. The money that a lot of you pay for these CPNs, you could have paid your debt off and improved your credit score. All in all, CPNs are illegal. You shouldn't be using them, and you do have other options. You just don't want to look at them. Now, I know a lot of you are like, all right, girl, you're telling me not to use CPNs, but what the hell am I gonna do because I can't qualify for anything? This is where my freebies come in. If you look in the description of this video, you'll find a link to some documents. The first document is my credit building guide, which is a PDF that breaks down the 5 categories that are used to calculate your credit score. And in each category, what you'll find is tips to maximize the points in that category. On the second page of that same document, you will see some alternative data accounts, which are accounts that will help you build your credit without putting you into debt. So it's easier for you to build your score the right way instead of trying to conceal your credit history and use a CPN. The second document that you'll see is a breakdown of the credit card tiers. This is called my credit building ebook that I use when I do my credit ABC workshops with high school and college students. It breaks down the different tiers of credit cards so that you know what cards you qualify for at each level of your growth. In the back of the book, it also has some alternative data accounts, some accounts for people who are rebuilding their credit after having poor credit, and so much more. As always, if you guys got any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Follow me on TikTok, which is where I post most of my content. And remember, y'all, trust but verify. See you guys soon.